Though, although, even though, even if, despite and in spite of. These are fantastic words, but do you know them? I don't know if you know them or not because I am not you. But you should know that I know them because I'm a teacher and teachers know everything. And this teacher, right here, is going to help you for free because he's a great, great guy. Oh, wow, Toby. Thanks a lot. My name is Toby, this is Smash English, and here is everything you need to know about concessive clauses for the B2 First Cambridge exam. The first question we need to ask ourselves is, what is a concessive clause? And that is a very important question. A concessive clause is a subordinate clause that contrasts with a main clause. And Toby, what is a subordinate clause? A subordinate clause is a clause that does not make sense on its own. And okay, that sounds a little bit confusing, but hey, take a look at this.
Although I am a busy man, I watch 4 hours of Smash English every day.
Wow, that is a lot of Smash English, guys. But is it too much? No, impossible, impossible.
The first clause is subordinate because although I am a busy man makes no sense without I watch 4 hours of Smash English every day. The subordinate clause is also concessive because we have the word although, and it contrasts with I watch 4 hours of Smash English every day.
So then, let's start with although and even though. Remember, remember, remember. After although and even though, we need a normal sentence, a subject and a verb. Although, even though, plus a subject. Yes? Yes! We can either start a sentence with although or even though by putting our concessive clause first, or we can put although or even though in the middle of a sentence by putting our concessive clause after the main clause. Clause, 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 clause. Let's look at some examples. Trust me, this is really simple. You can do it. I believe in you. Ah, yes! I love your examples.
Even though I am very poor, I spend a lot of money on sweets. If we want, we can change the order. I spend a lot of money on sweets even though I am very poor. And of course, we can substitute even though for although. Although I am very poor, I spend a lot of money on sweets. I spend a lot of money on sweets, although I am very poor.
Is there any difference between although and even though? Grammatically, there is no difference at all, and in terms of meaning, even though has a little bit more emphasis, maybe. For example, even though I've never met you, I love you because you watch my videos. And I especially love Anska because even though my videos are free, she decided to donate to the channel. Oh my god, seriously, Anska donated to the channel even though the videos are free because she wants me to continue helping you. Poor Anska, you're basically a hero. Ooh. And of course, if you want to be a hero just like Anska, then consider donating yourself. The links will be in the comments and description as always, and I really, really love you. Thanks. Bye. Though is far more common in spoken English, and to make your life much, much easier, the grammar rules are exactly the same as even though and although. It's just another one of the those. Even though there is no all or even, though is the same as even though and although. Though. That's... sorry.
Though I smell terribly, I will never wash. I will never wash, though I smell terribly.
And I said that, though it's not true, because... ooh, boy oh boy, do I love the smell of onions. Oh yeah, and we can also use though at the end of a clause. And here, though means the same as however.
I never shower. I smell great though. Obviously.
So, to recap with though, you can use though at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence, and here it means the same thing as even though and although, or you can put though at the end of a sentence, and now it means however. Wasn't that great? Yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, girls and guys and girls, this is very, very important, so please, I need your head, your mind, and your brain working together. Students often get confused between even though and even if, and that's a terrible thing. Just remember that they're not the same, seriously, even though and even if are not the same. Even if is a concessive clause, but also a conditional. Toby, what does that mean? I don't know, but don't worry because you're going to tell me right now.
I will buy you that toy porcupine, even if it's really expensive. In this example, the speaker does not know the price of the porcupine, but the speaker will buy it anyway. There is speculation here. If we say, I will buy you that toy porcupine, even though it is really expensive, it means that we know the toy porcupine is very expensive, but we will buy it anyway.
Another example is with the second conditional. We can use even if to talk about unreal present situations and also imaginary, impossible future situations.
Monica, can I kiss you? On the face.
Oh my god, no, that is so gross. Like, even if you were the last guy on earth, I still wouldn't kiss you. I mean, look at me. I'm so out of your league.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just asking.
In this example, Monica is talking about an imaginary situation. Even though would not be appropriate here, as we use even though to talk about a real situation.
So please remember, we use even if for potential futures, imaginary presents, or very unlikely futures, right? Right!
I'll go to the party, even if Toby isn't there. So the speaker will go to the party, regardless of whether Toby will be there or not. But the speaker does not know if Toby will be there or not.
And of course, this is a stupid example, because there is no such thing as a party without Toby. A party without Toby is a flop. And that means that every party, ever in history, has been a flop. And that's a terrible thing. Before we begin, here is something that you must remember. And seriously, you must remember this. If you forget this, the examiner will go mental and they'll probably kill you. And I don't want you to die. I want you to live, have a prosperous life with your B2 First certification. Oh, that's what I live for. I live for you living with your B2 First certification. Very important to me. So remember, you can say despite or in spite of. But you cannot say despite of. No, please do not make that mistake. That mistake happens all the time and I go crazy, the examiners go crazy, you will go crazy when you see your terrible mark and then we're all crazy. And what is a world where everyone is crazy? It's an asylum and we don't want the world to become an asylum. That would be awful. It would be really, really problematic. So again, remember, despite and in spite of, but not despite of. Okay, I think we can continue now. After despite and in spite of, we have two options. Object or gerund.
Despite my love of Smash English, I stopped watching to get some water. Or, despite loving Smash English, I stopped watching to get some water. Here we have replaced the object, my love, with the verb love, in the gerund, of course. And obviously we can replace despite with in spite of. The grammar does not change and neither does the meaning.
But this presents a problem. What do we do if the subject is different in each clause? For example, I hate Justin Bieber. She loves Justin Bieber, but she loves me anyway. Despite hating Justin Bieber, she loves me. Now, this concessive clause here presents a problem. Because from this concessive clause, to me, it suggests that she hates Justin Bieber and she loves me. But that's not the meaning at all. I want to say that I hate Justin Bieber, but in spite of this, she loves me. So how can we do that? How can we change this sentence to convey that meaning? Well, we can't add a subject because after despite or in spite of, we cannot use a subject. So what do? We must use an object pronoun. We put an object pronoun after despite or in spite of, which gives us, despite me hating Justin Bieber, she loves me. Or in spite of me hating Justin Bieber, she loves me.
Oh wow, Toby, that's amazing.
So if the subject is not clear in the concessive clause, we use the object pronoun plus the gerund. Let's look at some more examples. In spite of it raining, I went out anyway. Here, it is not the subject. It is the object pronoun. In spite of him trying his best, the teacher gave him terrible feedback. Despite them losing the donkey, the farmer was not angry.
Yeah. Another structure that you need to know with despite and in spite of for the B2 First Cambridge exam is in spite of the fact that, or despite the fact that. This is really, really easy and simple to use because the grammar rules are exactly the same as with although and even though. Although I have given her lots of money, she still doesn't love me. Even though I have given her lots of money, she still doesn't love me. In spite of the fact that I have given her lots of money, she still doesn't love me. And despite the fact that I have given her lots of money, she still doesn't love me. And oh by golly, what can I do to make her love me? I've got no personality, I'm incredibly ugly, and money is all I have. And I haven't even actually got that, and now I'm in debt, and life is very, very tough. But despite the fact that my life is difficult, I will continue making videos for you guys. Because it's seriously, it's all I've got. Wow. Make sure you learn all of these. These are super important for your writing, for your speaking, but also for your use of English. Seriously, a concessive clause comes up in every single use of English paper somewhere. So be on the lookout, and now you know all of the ones that you need to know for the B2 First Cambridge exam. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below. My name is Toby, and this was Smash English.